One of the ideas that delayed my progress for so long and many years is the myth of oversaturation. You probably come across it every single day. You probably hear about it so much. Oh, YouTube's too oversaturated now, it's not worth it anymore. TikTok is too oversaturated now, it's not worth it anymore. Dropshipping and e-com are oversaturated, they're not worth it. This puts you, and it put me for so long, in a state of constantly thinking that I need to come up with a revolutionary idea or something totally brand new in order for it not to be oversaturated and for it to be a success. Now, over this past year, I've been able to grow my YouTube, which I used to always hear was too oversaturated, especially in the e-com industry. It's something that's impossible to do nowadays. It's just not worth it anymore. And also, I got a lot of experience in my 9-to-5 job where I work. I got a lot of insights into the e-com industry, like deep insights and a better understanding of it that I would not have been able to get if I didn't work this 9-to-5 that I did. I got access to speak to hundreds of businesses, of e-commerce businesses doing millions of dollars a year. If you guys don't know, I work at this, I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but it's one of the bigger e-com software companies out there. We work with over 130,000 different e-com brands. So in my role, pretty much every single day is just evaluating different e-commerce brands and seeing how our software fits into their strategy and how it can help them grow their revenue and scale up. So after speaking to all these companies, you know what I realized? There is companies out there that you've never heard of. There's people out there that you've never heard of selling the most outrageous shit that's super basic, something that you wouldn't even look at and be like, wow, that's definitely a business that's killing it, and they're doing millions of dollars every single year. I'm talking, these are companies you've probably never ever heard of in your life, never bought something from them, CEOs you've never heard of. They're not on YouTube, they're not on social media, they're selling things that are so basic it'll blow your mind, yet they're doing millions of dollars a year. And you know how they got to that point? By not believing that they need to find a revolutionary new product or discover some brand new technology that is going to change the world. They realize, hey, there is a market for this already. Let's see how we can enter this market with just a slight switch up in our branding and a bit of differentiation with our marketing, and we can enter this industry that already exists, that already has a customer base and an audience, and do very well in it. And this lesson is what led me to having success with my new e-com brand, right? Because I realized I don't need to sell something totally new that no one knows about, no one has seen. But if the other players in this space are not doing the thing well, if their marketing is off point, and I'm talking about super basic things that it comes down to, like your product listing, like their content that they're pushing, like using an omni-channel approach where you're running a TikTok shop and you have your own website up as well, where you got affiliates and you're creating your own content as well, right? When I see a space where these things aren't being done, even if there's already competitors, even if there's already players there, I'm going to enter it and I'm going to believe that I am going to take over. And that's eventually what I did with my clothing brand right now. But just to extrapolate on that a little bit and to give you just a direct example, there is this brand called Mosey Wash, and they sell these detergent, but their value proposition is that the detergent has very unique scents, right? It has like cologne type of scents, and it comes in a tin container. I have one at home. I wasn't going to carry it in my car to show you, but maybe I'll show it in a different video. But they entered an industry that has been around for hundreds of years, that is extremely competitive. They're competing with Procter & Gamble and who own the whole industry, and they're doing thousands of orders a month on their website and on TikTok Shop. Why? Because of their unique marketing and their unique brand proposition. So if you're going to sit there and wait until you come up with a revolutionary new idea of something that no one has ever heard of, you're going to be waiting, my friend, for the next 100 years, because you are never going to find it. That brings me to the other example of YouTube and of TikTok. YouTube is not oversaturated. It cannot be oversaturated unless you have a twin that you've never met before and they have the exact same personality as you. If that's the case, all right, fair enough. You beat me. YouTube might be oversaturated for you. But for the other realistic 99.999% of us, there is no one else who can grab the camera like you and speak like you. YouTube is only oversaturated if you're copying other people, if you're taking inspiration from other people, and if you're looking to just do the same thing everyone else is doing. So I've fallen for this trap myself. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, of saying I'm just looking for inspiration, but then taking kind of specific elements from other people and trying to put them in my videos, and I have to kind of pull myself back from that. And the main way I've been able to do that is I just don't consume any content on YouTube that's like related to my niche, that has to do anything with the kind of content that I make at all. I don't consume any of it, because believe it or not, the influences are going to start to creep in, and I'll take accountability for this. And I'll be honest with you, I did this myself a few weeks ago. There was this YouTuber who's really popping off right now, like the entrepreneurship space and the day in the life kind of style videos, and he does this thing in his titles and on his thumbnails where he does like POV, this is what's going on, and POV in the thumbnail. And I was like, you know what, yeah, let me just take that element. Like, I keep my videos the same, it's just me being myself, it's just me talking. But then I realized that's not right. That's not right. Don't take, I've started to feel like I was just copying someone else. Even in that little bit, that small element that I was taking, I felt like this is not right. This is not, he's doing that because he thought of that. He thought of that unique approach to things. And for me to go and just copy it, that's where you fall into that idea of oversaturation, because you're literally not even bringing something unique. You're copying what makes someone else unique, bringing it onto your own stuff and thinking that's how you're going to do things, versus, okay, there's many other people who are going to do the day in the life content, they're going to do the lifestyle content, they're going to talk about e-commerce, but keeping my own unique angle or my own unique approach of how I do things. For example, for me, something that I do that I don't see many other people doing is I just show the progress of my business. I show the bad days, I show the good days. I'll show you when I'm at work and this is things that are going off. My business is popping off, my brand is popping off. I'll show you when things are slow. I'm getting 2 to 3 orders a day. I'm doing these videos in the car. I don't care about having the best background or the most crazy type of editing. I just turn on the camera and I just talk, and I talk the way I talk, as if I'm with my friend right now. As if I'm just talking, I'm on a FaceTime call with you. I'm on a FaceTime call with a friend of mine. And that's what it comes down to. When it comes to your content, to avoid the trap of oversaturation, turn on the camera and be you. And this is going to be very difficult when you start out because you've never done it before. Guess what? You suck at things that you don't practice for a long time. So obviously, if you turn on the camera and you're studying and you don't exactly know how to talk or how to express yourself, that's normal. The main thing, the most important thing, is that at least there is an enjoyment aspect of it. And this is generally, for you to find your passion, you need to find something that you can do every day that you enjoy, even though the money is not there. So you see yourself continuing to do it for as long as it takes. Obviously, there needs to be money at the end of it. If I was gonna do YouTube and someone told me, ignore that loud ass sound in the background. If someone told me you're gonna do YouTube and even in 10 years you're not gonna make money off of it, it's impossible to make money off YouTube, I probably won't do it. So the key here is to find something that you enjoy doing without even making money. There's a potential of making money in the future, but you're not really thinking about that even now. And that's what I did with YouTube, man. I said, I'm gonna turn on the camera and I'm just gonna do me. Like, I'm talking to a friend on FaceTime, everything that's going on in my life, from the lessons that I'm learning, from the failures that I go through, from just delivering straight value, or sometimes just saying my thoughts, saying what's on my mind. And I began to fall in love with it more and more as I did more content, even when the views weren't there and I was posting more, which normally you'd burn out or you get tired of it. I was enjoying that shit more. I wanted to continue posting every day. I was like, should I even start posting every other day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day? Obviously not, because that's pretty unrealistic, but that's how you know you really, really like something. And then eventually when the money comes, you start liking it even more, versus the other way around of, I'm just gonna do this till the money comes. Then the money's gonna come, you're gonna burn out because you're not actually enjoying it. You're gonna realize you don't do things just for money, you want to actually enjoy them, and then everything's gonna crumble. So moral of the story here is there is no such thing as oversaturated. You are a psychopath. You're out of your mind if you think that e-commerce is oversaturated. This industry is so damn young. There's hundreds of thousands, millions of new e-com businesses popping up every day. And I know this because I work with them and I work in this industry. They're popping up every day, making millions of dollars a year. And it has never been as accessible as it is today. If you sat there, I'll give you an example. For me, my grandfather was a trader, right? Like old-fashioned trading. He would go to this market, get things for a cheap price, go sell them at this market, you know, just going through markets and arbitrage pretty much, buying things for cheap, selling them for high. If someone had told him there's going to come a time when for $39.99, which is how much Shopify costs, or for free, which is TikTok Shop, you can sell to anyone in this entire country, and it will get to them in a matter of a few days, and they'll pay you a lot of money for it, they would have jumped on that opportunity. That trader industry would have destroyed us. They would have ate us up. The people with the trader mindset. So think about how easy things are for us today. You can make a Shopify website for $39.99. It may take you 3-4 days to make it, and you open your doors 24/7 to anyone in this whole entire country or even internationally. So the opportunities are there. Stop that bullshit, the lies that you're telling yourself that, oh, dropshipping is so and looking up on YouTube, is dropshipping oversaturated in 2024? Is ecom oversaturated in 2024? What kind of stupid shit is that? The day ecom or trading, because ecom is just online trading, becomes oversaturated, it's impossible to break into, the world economy is done. The world is probably going to end soon. That's how bad things have gone. You're going to have more important things to worry about at that point. But at the end of the day, as long as there's constant consumption, which there is with content, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, constant consumption with people buying things, ecom, YouTube, drop shipping, TikTok shop, Shopify, Etsy, it's never ending. The opportunities are there. You just have to, I was gonna say man up, sorry. You just have to own up to the opportunity that's presented in front of you. You have to get over your limiting beliefs and your fears, and you have to go and grab it. That's it. That's all it takes, and I'll see you in the next video.